silent words of Meher Baba. The lives of all God's lovers are in these words. If you really want to live the new life, you must renounce your false life. In this life we rely only upon God. Our will is strengthened by our oath. In joy we sing the song of hopelessness, with calamities at our throats. We do not complain over lost hopes, covet honor, or shun disgrace. Backbiting is ended, we fear no one. This is the course our new life takes. Hear the silent words of Meher Baba. The lives of all God's lovers are in these words. If you really want to live the new life, you must renounce your false life. No confusion in the mind now. Goodbye to pride, anger, lust, greed, and all ties. We have no religion and no aims. The Sheikh and Brahmin are both the same. For us there is no small or great, neither disciple, master, or godhood exist. Brotherhood is our only link. Together we enjoy our suffering. Hear the silent words of Meher Baba. The lives of all God's lovers are in these words. If you really want to live the new life, you must renounce your false life. This world or the next, hell or heaven, we are not concerned with. Shaktis and cities, powers and miracles, we are no longer plagued with. And every false impression has been removed from our minds, and we have found that we can live completely in the present time.
In 1938, Baba gave the call to the family to leave all and follow him. So, my dad was, very practical and very straightforward. And Baba had called my brother Eraj to a hill station in Panchgani, about 75 miles from Pune. And there he told Eraj, "Can you leave all and follow me?" So he said, "Yes, Baba, anything is possible by your grace." Baba was happy. He said, "Fine, come and join me on 1st August 1938. Leave everything and join me." Then he said, "Now go." He called him all the way from Nagpur to say this. Then as he was leaving, he called him again and said, "Is it possible for all your family to leave all and join me?" He says, "By your grace, anything is possible." So he says, "Fine." And that's how the whole family was hooked. And then he said, "Sell off everything and come on 1st August 1938 to Ahmednagar and join me in the ashram." So he came back and he gave him other instructions also. So that's how our family left everything there, and it was just at a very short notice, something like the new life for us. That was the beginning of our new life. He called him, I think, in April or April, no? Yeah. And was asked to join in August. So, in 3 months' time, we had to wind up the whole jing, bang, lot of everything. The big bungalow that we had, the possessions, all servants, so many dependents. It was a Herculean task. And somehow, by Baba's grace, of course, here it succeeded in getting everything done. And we went off. And Baba had told Dheeraj, you sell off everything, but bring Papa's car with you. Come in the car. And Papa, in the meantime, had obtained permission from Baba to stay on for another 6 months, because he could do voluntary retirement after 6 months, so that he could get half the pension. So he sent word to Baba, should I retire right away, then I'll lose the pension, or I could come 6 months later. And promptly the reply came that stay back, get your retirement properly done, and then come. So he needed to do a lot of touring. So he told Dheeraj, let the car be here, I'll bring it along. So when we all came, then we all came by train and all. So when we arrived, Dheeraj said, Baba, we have come. And Dheeraj felt proud about it, that has been achieved, Baba would be happy. Baba said, have you brought the car? And Dheeraj said, no, Baba. So why not? What was my order? So he said, Baba, this is what happened. My dad had to do this. But can't you not have brought the car? Then I could have sent it back. You disobeyed me right at the start. So now you've left a permanent scar on my heart. That's the reception he got for doing all this. So the pride that he felt about achieving this was straight away extinguished by Baba there and then. Short work. That's how Baba deals with people.
Baba, the lives of all God's lovers are in these words. If you really want to live the new life, you must renounce your false life. Lovers, heed the words of Baba. Though I am on the same level with you, still all orders from me, good, bad, and beyond, simply carry out and leave the rest to God. Even if the heavens should fall, do not let go the hand of truth. Let despair destroy the garden of your life. It will grow again in contentment. Hear the silent words of Meher Baba. The lives of all God's lovers are in these words. If you really want to live the new life, you must renounce your false life.
Thereafter, Baba suddenly decided to go back to Mehrabad. So off we went, leaving everything. And we came back to Mehrabad. And from Mehrabad, Baba then said, now after some time he told the family, now you all go and stay in Pune. So again, my sisters now tell Baba, not again Baba. It was too much. So Baba says, just for a few days go. I'll call you back in about 20 days. Be there, I have some work. So we went to Pune.
What year?
1942 December or something. Beginning of 43. And we settled down in a hired place called Bindra House. Just to while away the time for a few days to be called back into the ashram. And ever since then, we were in Bindra House. Baba used, and he said, I would keep coming often there, even in that little period, and meeting you all. So don't feel disturbed. Be there. It's my order. We went there and was there. I was entered in a school again there. And started going to school, and Baba kept visiting us, but the call never came. Yeah. And that is how we were in Bindra House from 1943 until 1949. In 1949, then another bombshell came to us, and that was Baba's announcement of going into the new life. Now, we had been leading quite a few new lives, but this was something different, because here Baba said that in this new life I'll be giving up everything connected with the old life. I will have no connection with the old life disciples. I will only take a few whom I select as my companions, and they will accompany me in the new life, and the rest of you all stay where you are, and you will have no further connection with me externally. That was it. All external connections would be ended once and for all. He would go into the new life and never return. We were to stay and never expect to see Baba again. He also instructed his old life people that if they happened to see me anywhere on the road or anywhere they had immediately to turn their backs, turn around and walk away, not to even try to see me. So that was the order. All external connections with us would be snapped. On 16th of October, Baba with I think 20 of his companions left for the new life. And before going on into the new life, he came to our house, to Bindra House, a few days before, and met all of us. Of course, when he declared about going in the new life, there were meetings held in Mehrabad, and my dad and my sister Manu, they were called to attend these meetings, and they came to know about it all during those days. And when they left, Baba told them to inform all of us what had happened. So when they came and gave us all the news, we all felt completely stunned. This was something that we never anticipated. Yeah. No external contacts, no seeing him again. Our entire life just revolved around him, and without him in our midst, what was there to do now?
How old were you at this time?
19 years. I was born in 1930, so 49. So I was still going to college and all that. And for a few days we just felt quite stunned. What next? Now what do we do? And we thought that Baba would never see us again from that time only. And my dad was also very gloomy and very moody. He just couldn't bear the thought of not seeing Baba and Iraj and all the dear Mandli again. And it was as if he felt quite lost. So he just would sit gloomily on his chair in his own room, not talk to anybody, and be there. When it was lunchtime, we call him, he would grudgingly come to eat. One of the times when he was having lunch, we were all having lunch together, the family. And Manu was sitting on his left, I was on his right. And the Mama and all were all around the table. And my sister started to slurp her curry. She had prepared curry and rice. So my dad, he suddenly shouted to her, "Stop slurring the curry. What is this? You don't have any table manners?" And she just ignored him also. He was also in her own thing. So my dad got very irritated. He got up and gave her a tight slap across her face. Then he suddenly realized what he had done, because he had never ever lifted his hand on his children. Although he was extremely strict, but there was no physical violence of any sort. And when this happened, he himself was quite shocked. So he just went off. There was a toilet nearby. He went there and sat on the floor and then began to weep loudly, like a small child. And then I got up and consoled him and said, "Dad, please get up." "No, son, I feel very shocked. I have never done this before, and I don't know what has come over me. And I feel extremely sorry about this, and I don't know what's come over me." So I consoled him, I got him to wash his face and all, and I said, "Come on, Dad, come back to the table." And he says, "No, I have no appetite." He just walked off into his room and sat there gloomily. That was the impact on our family. Yeah. It was quite serious. People ask us that, "Did you really believe that you would never see Baba again?" And I said, "Of course, we believed 100% that we just will never see him again. That was it." So there was the question of there being any doubt in our minds that someday we might be able to see him again. No. Baba had made it specifically clear that he would never see him, he would never see him again. And that when he dropped his body was to be brought and interred in Mehrabad, in the Samadhi. That was the only place that Baba left in his name. The rest of the properties all around Mehrabad, hundreds of acres around Mehrabad, were disposed of in the new life. So the finality was there, that he had made arrangements even for his end, and that his body should be brought there and interred without delay. So you see how it was. It was quite strict. Then Baba, before going into the new life, came to Bindra house, and that was the time when we saw him for the last time. He went to Papa, consoled him, told him to be brave and to look after the family as he was doing so all these years. And he had this little pension, so Baba said now to live frugally, and that for a year he had made provisions for the family, of course, and several other families, and asked him to be careful about money. And then he came to the hall, and we all assembled there, and Baba repeated what he said to my dad. And he tells my sister Manu and Khorshid, who was Eresh's wife, she was staying with us. You all know that Eresh was married before going into the new life. So his wife used to stay with us in Bindra house. So he tells both of them, now you both do something to get employed. Learn typing and shorthand. You might be able to get some job in an office. So do that and help Papa with finance. And that after a year or two we had to be on our own. So do something and get yourself employed. So that's how Baba said all these things. Then, of course, he told Manu to show him where we stored all our grains and supplies. So we had a little storeroom. So he went there with Manu, and all the boxes of grains and sugar and tea and all those boxes were opened. Baba passed his hands through all these things and tells Manu, see that you don't empty out these things. Don't empty out the contents completely. Before it gets empty, fill it up again, so that my touch will be there, will be maintained. So that's how he impressed upon us that this is final. Yeah. Then, so saying it, then afterwards he left, and we all were there giving him a send-off, and he calls me and says, look, I'm taking Eresh with me in the new life. He is going to be assisting me in the new life, and you assist your dad in looking after the family. That's your responsibility now. A nice practical arrangement. Baba was, as ever, very practical. So saying, he left. And that was it. Then 16th October came. Baba left for the new life. We had no word what happened, how did it start, what happened, until much later when people who were there came and told us things. But we had no news what happened. Then the finality began to sink into us.
Hear the silent words of Meher Baba. The lives of all God's lovers are in these words. If you really want to live the new life, you must renounce your false life. Lovers, heed the words of Baba. Though I am on the same level with you, still all orders from me, good, bad, and beyond, simply carry out and leave the rest to God. Even if the heavens should fall, do not let go the hand of truth. Let despair destroy the garden of your life. It will grow again in contentment. Hear the silent words of Meher Baba. The lives of all God's lovers are in these words. If you really want to live the new life, you must renounce your false life. Even if your heart is cut to bits, let a smile be on your lips. For in truth from empty hands a treasure springs. Your beggarly life is the envy of kings. For God exists and true are the prophets. Every cycle has its avatar, each moment its volley. But we who are hopeless and helpless, how can we tell you what this new life is? Hear the silent words of Meher Baba. The lives of all God's lovers are in these words. If you really want to live the new life, you must renounce your false life. You must renounce your false life. Hear the silent words